Canada's dairy industry has been creamed by a scandal dubbed Buttergate. The uproar has utterly important economic lessons for both us and our northern neighbor. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Canadians are in a bad mood. During the COVID-19 lockdowns, they noticed that their butter was getting less smooth, less soft. This unwelcome change in texture curdled emotions and whipped up suspicions that the quality of milk had changed. People were not cowed by industry denials. They were right. With the lockdowns, demand for butter soared as people had more time to bake stuff. And here we get to the broad economic lesson that fans of big government never learn. Government control of an economy or some part of it rarely, if ever, works as well as free markets. In this case, in normal circumstances, dairy farmers would have beefed up their herds to produce more milk, and importers would have brought in more product from the U.S. to meet the higher demand. But in Canada, dairy farmers weren't allowed to buy more cows, and thanks to tariffs, which are sales taxes, as well as other trade barriers, Canada was unable to fill the gap by buying more product from the U.S. In Canada, dairy farm operations fall under the purview of a so-called supply management system, whereby government bureaucrats tightly control the production and pricing of milk, eggs, and poultry. This Soviet-style system was implemented decades ago to ostensibly assure that these industries never experienced surpluses or shortages. The real-world result is that Canadians are milked at the marketplace with artificially high prices. So, blocked from buying more cows, and imports not being allowed from the U.S. to meet the milk shortfall, dairy farmers resorted to trying to get additional milk from each cow. They did it by feeding more palm oil products to their herds. They got the extra milk, but also a noticeable and unwelcome change in the texture of butter. Of course, the stupidity of this kind of government interference isn't confined to milk. Take lumber. Prices have risen meteorically in the U.S. since April of last year, adding $36,000 to the price of a new home. Canada supplies a big part of our lumber needs, but imports are subject to tariffs imposed by Donald Trump. Now you'd think Washington would eliminate or at least suspend these sales taxes while prices are in the stratosphere. Think again. Instead, the Biden administration is ready to double tariffs on lumber from Canada. You heard that right, double the taxes. With COVID-19 receding, people are in no mood for being bullied and hammered by politicians who cower before special interests. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.